This is our show. It's our 16th juried show. It's an annual juried show that we put together. This year the curator's name was Georg Kohlberg. He's the author and founder of the blog Conscientious. And as we're zooming up into this artist behind me, her name is Natalia Engelhardt, and she is our winner of the juried show. We give out 2 monetary prizes, and this artist was one of them. And the theme of the show seems to be focusing on human elements and the interaction with nature, how we inhabit the space, and then when we're left behind, what seems to still be operating. So come and check us out. And here I am sitting with one of our new light boxes in the show, which is a new addition to the juried show. This is Clint McCloskey's work. He's a Boston local, and I think this piece in particular, in this context of being in the Boston area, has gotten a lot of people excited because it seems familiar, but not a lot of people are quite too sure where it is. But we come to find all of this green, so we find that it's a St. Patrick's Day parade. And I think having this here is really important because going back to Georg's 2 criterion for this show, it's why does this move me so much, and how to look at something that you've seen before, but now with a new perspective. And I think this is interesting because it feels very commonplace to this area, but we get to this point where we can pick it apart and start picking out landmarks, and you become part of this scene as you're traveling with all of these people down the street. These are 2 pieces from Alexander Harding. He's a local photographer. This body of work is especially interesting. He's focusing on the combination of painting and photography in different mediums, reflecting each other and coming together to make one image. If you notice, it's hard to see with some reflections in here, but if you notice, the objects in the scenes are painted themselves. So during the day, he photographs the shadows from the sun on these objects. So he makes all of these highlights and lowlights within the album cover, the record player, and the table itself. So he paints the actual objects in the image, in the still life, and then rephotographs them later to give them a painterly and photographic feel, which I think is really, really interesting.